All right. When talking about naming atoms, we've done ionic compounds, but now I want to talk about polyatomic ions. You would have seen a couple of these on the test. This is why I had to delete some of those. So a polyatomic means that, notice that you've already got two elements that are bound together. So these are already covalently bonded together. And what you're going to do is you're going to add on a metal. For the most part, there is one time where, like this right here, is the positive ion. So polyatomic means many. So anytime you see three atoms, anything more than two means binary, three atoms, then you know you're dealing with a polyatomic ion. So let me give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So let's say I want to combine sodium, and we know that sodium has a charge of +1 because it's in the first column. And let's say I want to combine it with nitrite. Okay, so nitrate is NO3 -1. So remember, if my two charges are the same, meaning they cancel each other out, then I just write this as NaNO3. Okay, so here's the thing. You're not going to have to memorize these because you're going to be given a list on your, in your reference table. So you've got these, but you do have to know how to use them. These little numbers up here tell you what the charge is. All right, so let's do another one. Let's say that I've got, I want to do calcium, and the charge of calcium is +2. And I want to do phosphite. So here's phosphite. Phosphite is PO3 -3. So it's saying that this whole compound, this is where you're going to have to use parentheses. So you do it just like you've done before. This 2 goes on the outside of that parentheses. The 3 goes here. So I would write this as Ca3 parentheses PO3 2. So because this is a polyatomic, it has to go completely together. Okay, it's considered one particular atom. All right, let's do another one. So let's do a positive one. Let's say that I've got ammonia. This is ammonia right here. All right, so NH4, which its charge is +1, and I want to combine it with ammonium nitride. So nitride is N. Remember, nitrogen or nitride is just nitrogen with IDE. So its charge is -3. Once again, I'm getting these from their oxidation numbers. So that 3 has to apply to this whole thing. So NH4 parentheses 3, and then it would just be N. All right, so what I'm going to do is I want you to practice some, okay? And then I want you to pause the video, practice them, and then come back and look at my answers. So I want you to, and when you're naming these, you keep the names. Like, you don't add any IDE, you don't do anything like that. You just keep the names. So it would be ammonium, right there, ammonium nitride. If it was one of these, it would just be like, for example, sodium, Na, hydroxide, so you don't change the ending. All right, so here's what I want you to look at. So do these for me. And once again, pause the video. I want you to do potassium bromate. I want you to do, let's see, magnesium chlorate. Let's do cesium dichromate. And then let's put two together. Let's do ammonium phosphate. All right, so pause the video and see if you can do those. And I'm going to write what these are, okay? So go back and check your answers. See if you got the same ones that I did. All right. Now I'm going to add on, and we're going to look at covalent compounds. So when you're doing a covalent compounds have to use prefix. Now here's the only rule. The first element, you never put mono with it, okay? And then the second element, you change the ending to IDE. All right, so here's my first one. Let's say that I've got P2O5. Well, P, which is phosphorus, so the first word you don't change. So it's diphosphorus, because that tells me how many. Diphosphorus. Penta, because 5 is penta. Pentaoxide. All right. What if I had C2, and I'm not saying that these combine. I'm just trying to give you an idea. C2Cl8. All right. So let's say if I have this one, this would be dicarbon, because I have 2 of them. Octachloride. Okay. All right. Let me erase this and do some more. All right. Let's say that I give you this. I'm going to give you, so mono, sorry, I can't do that. Back up. Let's do, I want you to write the formula. So we're going to do sulfur, heptaoxide. So di means I have 2, so S2. Hepta means I have 7, so O7. So you can do it both ways. Now, if I had like this, CO, this is where I'm going to apply that first rule. Carbon, I don't put monocarbon, I just put carbon. Now I do add mono to the second word, monoxide. Okay, so here's some that I want you to practice. So 1, I'm going to do it 2 ways. I want you to do, let's do, so name that one. Name that one. And then I want you to give me the formula for, let's see. All right, I'm running out of time on my video. So this would be carbon tetrachloride. This would be carbon dioxide. And this would be N2O3.